Sometimes when you're troubleshooting problems on your Joomla site, you might just want to shut down all of the third-party extensions just to make sure your core is working. In this video, I'll show you a plugin that does that easily. Brought to you by MySites.guru. Do you have a Joomla site? Of course you do. Head on over to MySites.guru and get a free site audit for it. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 325 here in the Basic Joomla channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. Also work on Joomla sites, do all the stuff. If you're looking to hire someone short-term or long-term, just get you on the spot. Send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, and let's talk. Okay, so as I said, sometimes your Joomla site is got a problem, it's broken. You don't know where the issue is. You don't even know if it's in the core or third-party extensions. But turning off all the third-party extensions can be fiddly, because then when you go to turn them on, you still have to make sure you don't turn on what was already off. So let's turn our attention to the screen and check out a plugin that will do that much easier for you. So this is Joel Osman, and the plugin we're looking at is JO Safe Mode. And basically what it does is it turns off with one click all of your non-core extensions. So anything that you've added to Joomla, it will turn it off. And the great thing is, if you have a combination of things that are on and off as far as third-party extensions, when you use this, it turns off everything that's on, but when you reverse it, it only turns back on what you had on before. What was off before remains off. So let's see it in action, and there's a couple of things that you really need to note if you're going to use this. All right. Here we are on a Joomla 5 site that you've seen me beating up for weeks on my live streams. So I've got a lot of third-party stuff installed in there, including this pop-up. We're going to install JO Safe Mode. We've already downloaded from the site. We'll go to System, Install Extensions, downloaded it, we'll put it in. All right, now we're going to go to System, Plugins, and I'm already sorting with the highest ID at the top here. You could search for the word safe and it will be at the top. We're going to go in and we're going to enable it. All right, now this site that we're testing this on is using Cassiopeia. The first thing I need to tell you is this, is that if you have a third-party template, so you're not using Cassiopeia, that will be viewed as a non-core extension and will be turned off. I'll show you some examples of what might happen if that's the case. So right now we're working on a Cassiopeia site, which is the core template in Joomla 5. Right? So I'm simply going to go and enable JO Safe Mode. Save. I'll leave this tab open. And now it's enabled. We can go into the back end of the site here and go to System, Manage Extensions. We have a little warning up there that JO Safe Mode is enabled. And just a quick note that I missed on the first time through here. When JO Safe Mode plugin is enabled, it says do not enable or disable extensions for production, because the changes to extension states might be lost when Safe Mode is disabled. So keep in mind that JO Safe Mode is for ruling out that you have any problems with your Joomla core. And look, all the third-party extensions are off. It takes a while. We have to scroll down to get into the core ones here down at the bottom, which would then allow you to troubleshoot whatever problem you're having on your site. All right. Now, afterwards, once you want to reverse everything back to where it goes, simply click Disable and go Save. Now, I'm going to show you something really quirky. See, I went Save, but look, it still says it's enabled. For some reason, maybe it's just on my company's server. Who knows? I need to save this a second time for it to take. Don't ask me why. It's a mystery. But now when we go back to the extensions and we filter, you'll see they're all back on, except for the ones that we had off anyways. All right, so super handy for turning off all third-party extensions. Now, let me show you a couple things you have to be careful with. Examples of how this could make things a little bit more complicated for you. I have made using StageIt, I've made a staging copy of my home page right here. All right, so you see we're in a staging copy, so I'm not going to break my live site. In the back end, I've already installed JO Safe Mode. Now, I just wanted to show you the templates on my site. I have Cassiopeia assigned to 10 pages, but I also have a third-party template that I've built with Template Creator CK. So that's the Template Creator CK template, but the forum, I also assigned Cassiopeia to this Kunina forum page. All right, we'll keep track of that. So we're going to go back to plugins, to JO Safe Mode, and we're going to enable. And that's going to disable any third-party extensions that are enabled. Now, when I go to view my home page, which has a third-party template, and refresh, you'll see now I'm getting an error. But the error here is because the template that's assigned to the home page is not available because it's being disabled. But remember, I have this forum page where I have Cassiopeia assigned, so it should come up. But watch. When I visit it, I get another error, but that's because Kunina is not available. So JO Safe Mode is very handy and it can help in certain situations, but you really need to know what's happening on your pages as far as what's being called and whether it's being shut off or not. And really, let's face it, if you're so far into the woods that you need to start disabling core extensions to see what's going on, make sure you're working on a staging copy of your site. Subscribe for more videos. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites and God bless.